Olympic Festival. Where and when? Time, midsummer. Where? Olympia Valley near the Temple of Zeus, 9 miles east of Pyrgos, Greece, 5 days. Following event, 4 years' time. Attractions include athletics, art and sculpture exhibitions, poetry recitals, merchants selling food and other wares, men-only event. You will see the athletes take the Olympic oath, grand processions, prize giving and feasting. Winners award their wreaths of olive leaves. Athletic events include running races, wrestling, boxing, horse racing, the pentathlon, and chariot racing. Contests for boys and men, no slaves allowed. Accommodation, purpose-built hotel, camping outside the stadium.
That's great. Yep. Carry on.
Guaranteed safe travel to and from the event. Entry fee, 1 silver coin.
That's good. Lovely reading, Aruj. Thank you so much for that. Let me just go through it one more time for everybody, just as a recap. It's only a short comprehension exercise. So just follow my spotlight. So want to keep your mind healthy and your body fit? Visit the ancient Greek Olympic Festival. When and where? So what time does it take place and where? It takes place in the midsummer, so in the middle of summer. Where? It's Olympia Valley near the Temple of Zeus, 9 miles east of Pyrgos, which is in the country called Greece. How long does this event take place for? So the duration is for 5 days. A following event, in other words, when this event finishes, when is the next event? The next event will be in 4 years' time. Attractions include athletics, art and sculpture exhibitions, poetry recitals, merchants selling food and other wares, and it's a men-only event, so women were not allowed, I'm afraid. So you will see the athletes take the Olympic oath. The oath is at the beginning, they just take the oath, so they just read out that they have permission to take part, they will do their best, and so on. The grand processions, so there will be lots of marches, wearing nice, beautiful clothes, prize giving and feasting. Winners awarded their wreaths of olive leaves, and athletic events include running races, wrestling, they include boxing, they include horse racing, the pentathlon. Remember, pentathlon is the event that has 5 particular events for one athlete. Chariot racing with the horses, contests for boys and men, and there were no slaves allowed. So this was a long time ago, and in those days, people had their slaves helping them out. Accommodation, purpose-built hotel where people could live, and camping outside the stadium. So people had to stay outside the stadium, not within the stadium itself. And for this, we're going to just round off the questions that we did for homework. So, excuse me, the first question is, the poster advertising the ancient Greek Olympic Festival contains lots of information. And this is the information that we've just read. The games take place in which particular time of the year? Near the Temple of Zeus. Choose the correct option. So the answer for this one will go to Hassan for this one then. Hassan, you are the first one to put your hand up. Just unmute yourself. Yeah.
They took place in midsummer.
It took place in midsummer. Okay, that's good, Hassan. So let's just go towards midsummer and select that answer. Well done. And let's do one more as well. So the attractions include art, poetry, food, as well as what else?
Athletics.
Athletics, because athletics was actually the main event that was taking place within this Olympic festival in Greece. Because remember, athletics started off in Greece, so the Olympics themselves started off from Greece for the first time. So they invented the Olympics. So thank you for that, Hassan. And you will see the winners awarded what in particular? So in this case, the winners were awarded a wreath of olive leaves. So in that part of the world, in the Mediterranean, we have olives and they grow in abundance. And people love eating olives, and it's very good for you, very healthy as well. So the leaves from the olive trees were taken as wreaths. Wreaths means it's like a big round thing that they put around your neck to say that you've won. And olives were quite expensive, and obviously getting those olive wreaths was quite an expensive thing. And it was luxury in terms of giving somebody a prize. So wreath of olive leaves is the answer for this one. There are contests for men and who else? Contests for men and who else in particular? Let's go to Ramesa for this one. Hi Ramesa, so there are contests for men and which other type of people in particular? Men and who else could compete?
Boys.
Boys, yes, boys is right. Well done to you, Ramesa. Let's do one more together. You can camp outside the what in particular? You can camp outside the what? Looking to fill the blank in. It's the last line in your poster.
Stadium.
The stadium, that's correct. Well done. Good, thank you for that, Ramesa. Just mute yourself. And let's move on to the next question, which is question number 6. The entry fee is how much? How much was the actual entry fee to get in or to compete in this case? Let's go to Ruby Kate for this one.
Hello.
Hello, Ruby.
Hello.
Hi there. How much was it to compete with this particular event?
One silver coin.
1 silver coin. Now it sounds like it's quite cheap probably, but for us it might be, but in those days it might have been quite expensive actually. And Ruby, next question, where did the Olympic Festival actually take place? Where did the Olympic Festival take place?
Olympia Valley, Greece.
Correct. Okay, so you got 2 very similar answers there. Olympic Valley, Greece or Olympia Valley, Greece, but Olympia Valley, Greece is the correct answer there. Well done there, Ruby Kate. Thank you so much. And our next question is, how long did the event last for? How long did the event actually last for? Let's go to Isa Tariq for this one.
No,
Hi, Isa. Hi there.
I think this one's 5 days.
Yeah, so the duration, which we can see within our description box there, was for 5 days. So this event actually took place for 5 days. Good. And what does a merchant do? What does a merchant do?
It offers food.
Check one more time. Yes, yeah, offers food. That's right. So a merchant selling food and other wares. So not only do they just sell food, but they sell other things as well. So you're partly right there. So I would say that the best one to go for is they sell things, because not only do they actually sell food, but they sell lots of other things as well at the same time. All right. Very good. And question number 10, identify 4 different athletic events at the festival. So what were the 4 different types of athletic events at the festival itself? So let's go to Sean here. Hello, Sean.
Hi.
Hi, you right, Sean?
Yes.
Good lad. So we're just looking for the 4 different types of athletic events that were taking place at the festival.
Is it D?
D, let's have a look. Running, skiing, wrestling, sliding. No, I don't think wrestling, skiing and sliding were actually involved in this particular attraction. Try one more time. Have a look at the description, Bob. Take your time, there's no rush.
Is it B?
So read it out to me.
Horse racing, wrestling, boxing, and running.
Yeah, that's right. So horse racing, wrestling, boxing, and running. Good. And one more, Sean. How would visiting this event help to keep your body fit? How would visiting this event actually help to keep your body fit?
It involves mental exercise.
So mental exercise is just using your brain. So these athletes were not just using their brain. What were they actually doing? What were they doing a lot of?
C.
Yeah, so they were doing a lot of exercise, weren't they? Because they were running, they were wrestling, they were boxing, they were horse racing, they were chariot racing. A lot of physical exercise was involved. So that's right. Well done, Sean. C is correct. Thank you very much for that. And 2 more questions to go. Let's go to Osaid for this one. Next one. Hello, Osaid.
Hello.
Hi. So just read the question out for us, Osaid.
Oh. How would visiting this how would this event help keep your mind healthy? Choose the correct option here.
Yeah, I can hear you. So how would visiting this event help to keep your mind healthy? So, for example, you know, the event itself was all involving lots of different types of exercises and lots of different sport. But so the spectators, meaning the people who were there watching the entire event, they wanted to keep their mind healthy as well. And what other things could they do apart from just watching the sports there to keep them occupied?
They can learn the game.
Yeah, that's one thing they could do because they were watching the sports, that's right. But what other attractions were there to keep them occupied, to keep their mind healthy as well? Where else could they go and watch, or where else could they go and see? If you look at attractions include within the box itself, can you see that part? Attractions include. And can you see this?
Can you see it? Yeah. Oh, I can see it.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, would you like to read it?
Art and sculpture exhibitions.
That's right. By the way, can you see my spotlight, by the way? Can
Yeah.
you see that? Oh, you can. Okay, so it's working. All right, I was just worried that it might not be working. That's fine. So how would visiting this event help to keep your mind healthy? So all the people that were visiting, say, for example, if you and I were going to go and visit, apart from watching the sports and the athletics and the boxing and everything else that was going on, just to keep our minds active, we can actually go to watch the art and sculpture exhibition. So sculpture exhibitions means in those days they had lots of statues of famous people some of their kings at the time as well. And they were molded into like statues, probably molded of iron and bronze, as they were in those days. And it was like a museum, so you could actually go within the museum and you can see all these sculptures and art exhibitions from those days as well. So that was something on the side to keep people's mind active as well. Okay, so A is the correct answer there. Well done for that one. And the last one, let's just do this one together. So let's read this together. So only boys and men were allowed to enter the athletics competitions. Only boys and men. Why do you think this was actually the case? So we know that women were not allowed. We also know that slaves in those days, unfortunately, slavery was quite common in those days, and slaves were not allowed to attend either. And this was something that was going on for a very long time. So only men and boys were allowed to compete. So which option do you think could probably match this question? So only boys and men were allowed to enter the athletics competitions. So it was like an old custom where it was going on for a long time. And in this case, let me just unmute you again and say, sorry.
Can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you now. Sorry, you were muted before. Read out this one and say, number B.
The games were played by men earlier and the same customs were followed.
Yeah, so that basically means, so if you look at the other options, by the way, let's just look at the other options to see if this matches. Women did not like to participate in such events. Probably not true. You know, if you gave some women a chance, maybe they would. If we look at C, women were not allowed to enter the stadium. Yeah, that's true. Women did not play such sports. Well, probably didn't in those days. But the reason why only boys and men were allowed to enter the athletics competitions was because the games were played by men earlier and same customs were always followed. So in other words, that means that even in the olden days, even though this was taking place in the olden days, even before that time, for many, many generations and for many years, men would always take part. And that was the rule. So just men and just boys. And that kind of followed on from thereafter as well. Okay, see? So we'll go for B in this case as our answer. All right, so well done for that. Now we're just going to go to, I hope the explanations helped for all of you. And that's why we go through these questions, just to get a little bit more deeper understanding of the topic itself. And in this case, it was like non-fiction, which means it's true to life, and it was historical as well. Okay, so good. Now we're moving on to time, which is elapsed timing. So let's go on to that, which is our next topic in maths. Okay, so what time is shown on the clock below? All right, so let's have a look at this one. In fact, Said, we're going to come back to you again. You answer this first question for me, please, if you could. Be very careful with the minutes as well, okay? Look very closely.
408.
Yeah, close, but is 408 in one of our options? Which one is it going to be closest to?
407.
Well done, good lad. Thank you, Said. And what time is shown on the clock? Let's go to Aruj for this one. Hi, Aruj.
Hello.
Hi there. So what time is showing on the clock now, Aruj?
10:38.
That's very good. Well done. Good girl. Let's just do one more, Ridge. What time is showing on here, do you think?
$12:25.
Excellent. 12:25. So remember the shorthand is pointing between 12 and 1. So that means it's not 1 o'clock yet. It's still 12. And then you look at the minute hand, which is a long hand, and it's pointing to 25 past. So 12:25 is correct. Well done, Rich. Thank you. And again, we're looking at the next time on the clock here. And let's go to Oasis for this one.
Hello.
Hello, Oasis. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good. Have a look at this one. What time do you think is showing on the clock?
4:36. No, 5. 5:34.
5:34. Okay, that's good. Well done. Good lad. And just do one more for me.
9:03.
9:03. Very good. So the shorthand has just gone past 9. Hasn't reached 10 yet, so that means it's still 9 o'clock. And the long hand, which is a minute hand, is pointing to 3. Still hasn't got up to 5. So 9:03 is the correct answer. Thank you for that, Wiz. And let's have a look at the next one. So let's go to Ruby Kate for this one.
How long?
Hi, Ruby. What time is showing on the clock?
7:57.
7:50. 7:57, you said? Let's have a quick look at that. 7:57 is correct. Well done to you. Good go. So it's not 8 o'clock yet. It's not exactly 8 o'clock yet. There's only a few minutes left for it to be 8 o'clock. So well done for that. And Ruby, have a go at this one as well.
8 minutes past 8.
So 8 minutes past 8. Yeah, you're right. Well done for that, Ruby. Thank you. Good girl. Well done. And let's have a look at another time here. Let's go to Hassan for this one.
I think it'll be 6:18.
6:18, yes. So it's the long hand is pointing to roughly around about 18 minutes past 6. 6:18. So you can also say 6:18 is correct because it's a digital clock. If you were saying it in words, it will be 18 minutes past 6. That's correct. Well done. And have a look at this one as well, Hassan.
3:41.
Okay, well done. 3:41. Good lad. Thank you for that, Hassan. Okay, and let's go to Issa Darek for this one.
I think this one's 11:18.
Can you repeat that one more time, Issa? Sorry, I didn't hear you there.
I think it's 11:18.
Yeah, 11:18. Well done. Good boy. Okay, and this one's slightly different, Issa. So what is the difference in the number of minutes between the two clocks? So we're looking at the difference between the number of minutes between the two clocks there. So what time can you see in the first clock?
I can see 7:15.
Okay, so 7:15, yeah. And what time can you see in the second clock?
7:55.
7:50, yeah. Okay, can you find out the difference in minutes between the two?
35. No, wait. Is it 35?
Yeah, okay, let's check. Let's check. So let's start from this one. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 minutes. Yes, so 35 minutes is correct. That's good, well done. So 35 minutes is our answer. Okay, thank you, Isa.
Thanks.
And let's go to the next one. We're finding the difference in minutes between the two clocks again. Let's go to Isa Ashra for this one.
So the first clock says 10 is 10, 5 past 10.
Okay, 5 past 10, yeah.
And then the second clock says 11:45.
Yeah, so I'll just write it down in digital format to make it easy for you as well.
Okay.
And now we're just going to find out the elapsed timing, which is the difference between the two clocks in terms of minutes.
40 minutes.
Okay, let's see if you're right. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 40 minutes? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 minutes altogether, okay? So good. And have a look at the next one as well, Isa.
So the first clock says 35 past 2.
Okay,
And then the second one says,
are you doing this yourself, Isa? Are you getting some help?
I'm doing it myself.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
And then the second one says 3:15.
Yeah, the second one says 3:15. Good. Well done.
And then the difference is 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Okay, let's check. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 minutes again. That's good. Well done. Both answers were 40 minutes exactly. Okay, well done for that, Isa. Thank you so much. Okay, and what is the difference between in the number of minutes between these two particular clocks here? We've got 2 questions left. Let's go to Shama for this one.
Hello.
Hello, Shama. Hi there.
The first clock says 4:40,
4:40. Yep, it does
and
indeed.
the second clock says 5:35.
5:35. Yes, that's good.
And the difference is 55 minutes.
Okay, let's check. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 55 minutes. Yes, it is indeed 55 minutes altogether. That's good, well done. And this is our last question, Shama, for the day. Take your time with this one.
Okay.
Just give me the times first.
Okay. The first clock says 6:10, and the second clock says 7:60. No, 7:50.
It's not 7 o'clock yet exactly.
6:55.
6:55, good, well done. Okay, and have a go at this.
I think the difference is 45 minutes.
Okay, let's have a look. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and 45 minutes. Yes, that's correct. Well done. 45 minutes it is. So well done to you. Thank you. I hope going through these topics, both of them, the English and the maths, you actually understood how elapsed timing works as well. All right. So with regards English, you've got to keep on going back and forth to the comprehension just to be on the safe side that you know you've got exactly the right information. Okay. So well done to you. I'm just going to, for the next lesson, we're going to give you some work to do. Now the next lesson is going to be 11 plus verbal reasoning. And it's a new topic that probably a lot of you have never done before. And it's on cracking codes or working out codes. Now, what you need to do is, for the next lesson, you'll have to watch the video and watch it probably 2-3 times just to be sure that you understand what you're doing. And do your best, okay, do your best. If you can't do it at all because it's too difficult, then just leave it until Thursday lesson, but just try your best because I just want to see how much you can do by yourselves. All right, so the next one's on 11 plus verbal reasoning, cracking codes, the type of questions that actually come into the exams as well. All right, so I just would like to speak to Sean before you go. Sean, and also, who do we have? Bear with me one second. Sean and Awais, please, all right? And the rest of you, I'm just going to say goodbye to. Look after yourselves, unless you want to stick around and talk to me. Yeah, I did. Isa, had a great time, thank you. So Sean and Awais, very quickly before you go. And the rest of you, I'll see you same time on Thursday. Okay, so our normal lesson is now moving to normal time slot of Thursday, and I'll send you the homework later on tonight. Okay? Thank you, Ramesa. Thank you, Said. Thank you, Ruj, Isa. Thank you. Take care. See you later. Bye-bye. Okay, kids, so I'm just going to come to you now. Just bear with me. I'm just going to mute you very quickly. Unmute you, sorry. If you could just turn your video on as always, thank you. Okay, Awais, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Awais, can you hear me okay and see me all right?
Yes.
Okay, because sometimes you kind of leave the classroom and come back. Is it because it's bad internet connection?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. How often does it happen during the class?
Maybe twice.
But otherwise, apart from that, I mean, do you end up losing connection, or do you get like, do you exit? Does it exit automatically, and then you come in, or do you have to go out, leave the room, and come back again?
Leave the room and come back in again.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay, that's fine. It might be beneficial. I mean, I'm not sure, but sometimes I just give just general tips. I'm not sure if it applies to you, but you might have like an internet box in your house, a Wi-Fi box. Sometimes it's good to kind of be close to that, maybe internet, and try it that way. And it could improve the internet connection. So then sometimes the internet lapses. Okay, but you can ask your parents that because they will know best. Okay, Awais?
Yeah.
Okay. Everything all right with homework?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Awais. You take care, okay? I'll see you on Thursday.
Bye.
Take care. Bye. Bye. Okay, Sean, are you right there?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Sean, did you manage to do your homework for this lesson?
No, because me and my sister tried to log in, but it started saying that we needed to pay. And my mum said she already paid, but
No, it's got nothing to do with that, Sean. You're not using the right username and password. This has happened to you twice before. I think you should know this now. You need to use the correct